Hi, I'm Rich Campfield with Ultravon, and today is it's November 2025, and this tutorial is just to update new things that we have found out, ways to do things easier and faster and more effective. And we're going to go over how we do repairs with the Ultravon system, and we do have some new testing and some new changes that we made to the 20 and 40 resin that you're going to like. Let's get started. We just made a break in this laminate, and let's see, it's a bee's wing, which is a nice one. So when you're first starting out, you want to take your piston O-ring. We're going to use 20 CPS resin in this break here, and you put a drop on your piston O-rings so that it seals and lubricates the cylinder inside. And you want to stick this in here. Take your Allen wrench and tighten the bolt once it's in one of those grooves. Okay, and you rarely ever have to take these things out and clean them. Also, clean mine maybe once a month, if that. But they don't get dirty. Now that we've lubricated the piston, now we're going to put our quad ring on. And here's the easiest way to load your injector, especially if you're going to be switching resins. It's a good way not to waste resin. So the first thing you do is you just put one drop in that hole, and then turn the piston counterclockwise, and it sucks it in. Here you go, there's 2 drops. Turn the piston. 3 drops. Turn the piston. 4 drops there. But you normally only need anywhere from 2 to 4 drops, depending on the size of the break. Okay, then bring the resin up to the quad ring so that there is no air in your cylinder. Right there. Bring this down so that it's level with the Wonder Bar bottom. Put some Vaseline on the suction cup. Now we're going to mount it over the brake. You look in the mirror, center it. Here we go, right over the impact. And now the stabling bolts, right when you hit them, you're level. What you do every time you turn this bolt is you increase the flex on the glass. And the thing about the Wonder Bar tool, which we made back in around 2017, we realized after we made this tool that we weren't having to flex legs. And the reason being is it has pure compression on the glass. There is no tension pulling up on the glass from the suction cups. If you have a tool and you're constantly flexing legs, it's not your injector, it's the holding structure. Especially if you've got a stiff cup that's real close to the injector, you're going to end up having the flex legs. And with this tool, it's reported it's been 95% less flexing legs. What this does is this tool opens up the legs. The entire brake is opened up by pure compression. And every time you turn this bolt, you increase the compression. Now that we've got it leveled off, we've got a good amount of compression on there, we're going to pull a vacuum. Initial vacuum just pulls the initial air out of the brake. The thicker the resin, the longer you hold this initial vacuum. Like if you're going to be doing a chip repair with 70 or 100, this initial vacuum here, you might, like with 100, you might hold that for a minute. And this will help the resin go suck and push in when you go down. And it will end up filling faster with those two. This one is 20, so it doesn't need to be too long. So now we're going to put the piston in the pressure mode. Now as soon as you see that O-ring move, the quad ring, you know you're in pressure. Don't use too much piston pressure, because if you see resin leaking out, that is when you've used too much piston pressure. And then while you're looking at it, you can increase the compression. You can see the legs are filling right now. And this is the bee's wing. Okay, if I can see that. There's one leg that's half filled, and the other ones are completely filled. So let me turn that to the side there so that you can see this leg right here. That's partially filled. Watch what happens when I release the flex from the tool. Keep the resin under pressure and release the flex, and the legs are closing. Just like when you manually flex a leg, you temporarily open up the leg and the resin flows, and when you let go, it goes forward. So here what I did is I released the flex, and the resin shot forward and filled the leg. And we call this the flex and release. And this is the first holding structure with pure compression that could actually do this flex and release, what we're talking about here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to watch that leg, and you can see that it's getting sucked back in, and we're going to put the flex back on. Now it looks like it's almost basically all full. And one thing you want to do, this will help prevent you from getting a bubble when you pull off a tool, or getting a bubble in the impact point. And that is it's called degass the resin. And this is to remove any microscopic bubbles in the resin. So what you do is you pull it all the way up into vacuum, and you hold that vacuum for 1 minute. And 1 minute will degas the resin and pull out any microscopic air bubbles in there. Okay, so while we're talking about that, you will notice that the 20 CPS now has a mechanical strength test in chips of 105%. This is new in November 2025. We put something else in the resin that helped us do that. And also the 40 is still at 108. But the new part about this resin is you do not have to cure it under pressure. The Wonder Bar and its flex and release as obsoleted, curing under pressure. So it's been about a minute till we degassed the resin. So now we're going to put the pressure back on the resin. Second flex. You can see when you do this, the legs kind of reappear, and then you let them fill again. So we're going to let that fill a little bit there. All the legs are filled, the brake is completely done, and the new part about what we discovered with the Wonder Bar is the Wonder Bar opens up the brakes. So what we're doing with the repair is that we are prying the legs open and overfilling the legs. And then when we release that flex, while the resin is under pressure, it causes a forceful wicking, wetting, and interaction with the glass, such that we don't need to cure it under pressure, because we've overfilled it. And normally with other tools on the market, if you remove the tool, if you don't cure it under pressure and you pull a tool off, you compromise the wicking of the glass. And that's because those tools don't have the pure compression that we have here. Now we're going to remove the tool, slowly bring it down. Remember, the resin is still under pressure, okay? And once you get to where you can feel there's no pressure on there, you're gonna turn that injector so you don't have any resin pulled up. And you see we've left a drop of resin on there. Like we said, we don't have to cure it under pressure anymore. You don't want to remove that resin from the impact point because it's already wetted the glass. And drop a pit filler. And now you can actually cure from the outside with this round light. The 20 and 40 take longer to cure than the 50, 70, and 100. And there you have it. And that's the flex and release of Wonder Bar Bridge, typical B-swing. That ends the tutorial on using this tool, flex and release, with our new 20 CPS resin. Thank you.